The Lone Ranger and Tonto went camping in the desert. After they got their tent set up, both men fell sound asleep. Some hours later, Tonto wakes the Lone Ranger and says, "Kemo Sabe, look towards the sky. What you see?" The Lone Ranger replies, "I see millions of stars." "And what does that tell you?" asks Tonto. The Lone Ranger ponders this for a minute and then says, "Astronomically speaking, it tells me there are millions of galaxies and potentially billions of planets. Astrologically speaking, it tells me that Saturn is in Leo. Time-wise, it appears to be approximately 3:15 in the morning. Theologically, the Lord is all-powerful and we are small and insignificant. Meteorologically, it seems we will have a beautiful day tomorrow. Why, what does it tell you, Tonto?" Tonto fixes the Lone Ranger with a steely glare and replies, "It tells that you are dumber than buffalo. It means that someone's stolen our tent." A Catholic priest is sitting inside the church when a guy comes in and asks to be confessed. "Very well, my child," says the priest as he leads the man into the confession booth. "Tell me about your sins." "Well, Father," says the guy, "on Monday I was at my girlfriend's house and, well, the two of us alone, the house empty. I sinned, Father." "Don't worry, child," says the priest. "It's perfectly normal to have such desires and share them with your partner. Nothing serious, just say 2 prayers and you will be cleansed of your sins." "But Father," continues the man, "it doesn't end there. On Tuesday I was at my girlfriend's house again, but she had gone out with her mates and the only one there was her sister. And, well, the two of us alone, the house empty, I sinned again, Father." "Oh, child," says the father, "you must be strong and fight those urges. 8 prayers shall cleanse you of your sins." "But Father," says the bloke again, "on Wednesday I was at my girlfriend's house again, and she wasn't there then either. And the only one at home was her mum. And, well, the two of us alone, the house empty, again I sinned, Father." "Good Lord," says the priest, "child, you must think about what you do, so pray." "But Father," says the bloke, "on Thursday I was at my girlfriend's house again, and the whole family had gone to the shop, and the only one there was her aunt. And, well, the two of us alone, the house empty, I sinned yet again, Father." The priest falls silent. "And then," continues the bloke, "on Friday I was at her house again, and they had gone out for the weekend, and the only one there was her granny, and, well, the two of us alone, the house empty." The priest still did not answer. "And on Saturday," said the bloke, "I went to her house again, and there was nobody there except for her father, and, well..." The man awaits a reply, but upon hearing none, he exits the booth, only to find the priest up on the belfry. "Father," he calls, "what are you doing up there? I haven't finished." "Back off, I'm not coming down," says the priest. "The two of us alone, the church is fucking empty, and I don't want you to sin anymore." A man is out on his first date with a woman who is sex mad. On the way home, she lures him into the park and urges him to make love to her, time and time again. Eventually, he's so knackered, he tells her he's just going to walk around and have a quiet smoke. As he does so, he bumps into a man coming home from the pub, and he gets a great idea. "Listen, mate," he says, "my girlfriend over there is so hot. She's worn me out. If I give you my gold watch, will you take over from me for a while?" The man agrees and disappears into the dark undergrowth. 5 minutes go by, when suddenly the park ranger appears and shines his torch on the passionate couple. Now what have we here? He says. Just making love to my wife, comes the reply. Well, can't you do that at home? But I didn't know it was my wife until you shone the torch on us. A man has been stuck on a desert island for 20 years. One day, he sees a beautiful blonde with large breasts in a swimsuit swimming to the beach. She sees a man and asks, "How long has it been since you smoked?" He pauses briefly and replies, "It must have been 20 years since I've been stuck here." And with that, she pulls a cigar and lighter out of her swimsuit, and they start smoking. She then asks, "Tell me, how long has it been since you drank?" He says again, "Those same 20 years, I miss the taste of sweet alcohol." And then she takes out a bottle of rum from her swimsuit, which they begin to drink together. She then seductively unzips her swimsuit and says, "Now tell me, how long has it been since you had real pleasure?" "Oh my God!" he shouts. "Don't tell me you have a computer." A frustrated old spinster had read in a woman's magazine that the bigger the man's feet, the bigger his todger. This piece of information was still in her mind when 2 days later, a tramp came to the door with the biggest feet she had ever seen. Quick as a flash, she invited him in and proceeded to wine and dine him before taking him up to bed. The next day, as he was leaving, she shouted at him crossly, "Next time, wear shoes that fit you." Subscribe to the channel. This is important. It will help me continue my work.